fantastic. The whole show was great. You guys were all wonderful. The stories were fantastic. Got great info. People sharing. I don't know. I thought it all around it was like really good.
Thank you. And for those that are not following SK, check out her profile, check out her IG, check out her club, passenger shaming. It's not so much shaming the passenger, it's just shaming the assholes that tend to frequent the skies. SK and I have a common bond where we've made our bones in the sky. So for those that do know, I'm a retired air marshal, so I spent some time in the skies. And SK also spent some time in the skies. For those tuning in again on the video side of the house, you will see what we look like. We are celebrating our after party, again, brought to you by militarytimes.com, KP Media, who are supporting us. So if you're seeing us, feel free to go ahead and comment and have an iterative conversation. If you're not in Clubhouse, get in Clubhouse. If you're in Clubhouse and want to go to YouTube, head over there too. But SK, congrats on your show. I think that was amazing. Again, what you guys were able to do on your side of the house. But now it is over. Thank the Lord.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Are you like, oh, thank God?
Man, look, I was just like, let us get to the end point here, and let this thing be over, so we're done with it.
Yeah.
So it's like anything else. You can sit here and do all these rooms all day, every day, but the minute you have someone actually trying to grade you and in the audience, being secret, shopper and all that stuff, that obviously adds a whole nother layer of complexity to it. So for me, at least, it feels pretty good. I'm pretty sure that I gave Amy, Brian, and Lisa 3 heart attacks as I made a point to completely throw out the script and say, screw that noise. We're going to go ahead and go this way, that way now and do it our way.
Well, it was a
Hashtag
good
used to the script being flipped.
flipping the
Facts.
script.
Hashtag
It
facts.
it was so great. Whatever it worked out. It was great, and I will tell you, I literally just slept like all of yesterday. I was like, I just crashed after like the last 3 weeks. So enjoy tomorrow.
Man, look. We got some crazy comments coming up here on the social media side of the house. So on YouTube, we got the Apple and Android argument happening here, which is always interesting. So there's always been this debate on our YouTube channel of the Apple versus Android conversation. So when it comes to that, now Android is in here as well. So I don't know what we fight about, but there's Team Android, there's Team Apple in the house. We are here. We are rocking and rolling. But I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Can I just give a shout out to Jerry?
Yes.
Jerry has figured out how to not only get into Clubhouse, but how to change his profile picture in Clubhouse.
I'm impressed.
So impressed. So shout out to Jerry. That was amazing. Oh, nice bottle there, Ronis.
So for those that are
Ronis here,
so-
we don't get blessed with Ronis presents that often. What's up, Ronis?
Yeah, and he comes bringing gifts.
Yes. So Ronis, FG Apparel, as you can see, all of our shirts.
Hey, I definitely should have wore that. I forgot that I made.
I told
those.
my kids, you made it when your picture's on the back of a shirt. So
if you want to
thank you,
see the
Ronis, for
shirt
making
in
me feel
question,
amazing.
if you head over to my IG, you'll see our linked tree there to the link to our YouTube. You'll see us live there in YouTube world. Maria's holding up her bottle. Ronis is holding up his bottle using eloquent hand gestures, which you can't see right now, and rocking shirts.
Yes.
Where are you guys on
Why are you
YouTube?
double
So I
fisting?
can hop
I'm
on.
thinking Brian is double fisting.
Go to my IG and
We all
you'll
have
see on
the
the link
swag.
tree
The hats,
my
the cups, all
How do I
the
do this?
on my IG, you'll see the link tree, and it'll have in there the link to our YouTube. You can see us there at David DP Pineda on YouTube. So that's where we are at. That's on the link tree as well. Oh, Legends have
Maria,
it.
did you modify your shirt?
Yes, I did.
True artist at heart. So Maria has
Hey,
already.
wow.
modified
And
her
that
shirt.
was quick, Maria. I was
Right,
looking
instantly.
at that and I was like, hold on. What?
Yeah, it's
I
like
was like, we didn't sell anything that cool.
no, it's like those quick cut thingies or whatever. So
Maria say, I'm gonna show out. You're gonna see my shirt.
Yes. The creative one.
I always
That's funny.
That's from my Zumba days. That's from my Zumba days when we had to like look, cool or whatever.
You made it look good. I mean, whenever I tried to do
I
a
know,
quick
Mike.
mod of my shirt, I wound up with a midriff. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out.
Oh, where are my sisters? I'm gonna find them right now.
Yo, tell me how I was freaking out when I couldn't. I'm talking and you guys are like, we can't hear you. I'm like, I am freaking talking.
Oh, you had a whole nervous breakdown, pretty much.
Basically, I was like, not today. I'm like, it was working yesterday.
Let's see. We got TMR coming in here in a second. Legend has his squeaky toy, of course, because that's the time he chooses to start squeaking. So there's that part. Let's see. We got some amazing folks here in the crowd. Feel free to say hey, raise your hand, hang out. If you have to go, feel free to drop off. Again, we just wanted to have a little bit of space to be able to just kind of talk a little bit and wrap up. Let's see, Joe. Tell us a little bit about how folks, again, for those that didn't catch it, how they can find you, the stuff that you're doing. Again, the biggest thing for us was to be able to highlight folks that we have in our community. So specifically to what you're doing. Again, for those that may have missed it, tell us a little bit about how they can find you, the things that you do, and things like that.
Yeah, sure, DP. I appreciate it very much, man. Can you guys hear me okay? I put a different headset on from the one I used during the show.
A little bit far, but I hear you.
Little far? Okay, hold on. Take this off.
Squeaky.
Yeah, Legend said I
How's that?
behaved them.
Better?
Get better.
There we go. Yeah, I appreciate the question. Let's see. So I was in the Marine Corps for I was on active duty for 5.5 years. I came home from my second Iraq deployment. Tried to squeeze myself into the normal quote unquote corporate world, a bunch of different places. It never really worked out. I didn't really understand why. I met my wonderful wife, who helped me discover that, as wives have been known to do for their husbands, discover, the intricacies of my mental health issues. So I started seeing a psychologist who, long story short, basically, told me that I'm just not built for like the normal corporate type job. I'm just not. And so we sussed out through a pretty amazing therapeutic process that comedy might be a good world for me to be in, and so I took a couple improv classes and started doing improv and stand-up comedy sort of just as a hobby, and then that merged into doing it professionally, and so now I'm right at the point where I'm getting my social media presence off the ground. So for those that didn't hear during the show, I'm on Facebook as Joe Gagliardi III. So like 3 capital I's at the end of my name, and I say Facebook first because I'm 39, turning 40 this summer, but I might as well be 75 when it comes to the social medias. Like I can't. I'm just getting my Instagram started, my Twitter. I just got Clubhouse today, thanks to DP. I'm on all 3 of those as the mighty Joey G. But yeah, so now I'm the year and some change of comedy clubs being closed during COVID really sort of changed, put a pause on my comedy career there for a while, DP. But I was able to keep doing virtual shows. This has been a discovering you guys. The Veterans Network has been a phenomenal offshoot of the pandemic. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back on live stages around the Baltimore, Washington D.C., Northern Virginia areas this summer. So yeah, I would encourage folks to come out and support the live arts because it's been a rough. Anyone that's in any sort of artistic endeavor. Maria might even be able to speak to this as well. But whether you're a creator of things or a creator of jokes or music or whatever it is. COVID has been a tough time. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question, man. That's kind of my story.
Oh, no, yeah, it does. I think, it's just to be able to kind of show that. So we also have Ronis here with us. So I want him to share a little bit about FG Apparel as far as the swag that we have, the art that we have. Literally, he got the information and ran with it and got all these things done immediate. So talk to me, Ronis, a little bit about FG Apparel before you get in trouble for not talking about it?
I'm already in trouble for not talking about it, so there's that. FG Apparel, we're a veteran-owned, minority-owned business. It's really just my wife, and she puts me to work making things. We make all kind of cool things, anything you can think of. We've been printing for 10 years now. We print on all kinds of mediums. We can print anything from a business card all the way up to wrapping your vehicle. So we do it all, just whatever we need. So we're great friends with DP and Veterans Network, and we like hanging out and making cool stuff for them. And all of the giveaways and stuff tonight will be coming from our shop. Everything that you guys see, we had a hand in. So it's always a great place to be able to express yourself and make cool things and do hood rat things with your friends.
Hello. Hello. That's what it's all about.
Yo, DJ.
Look, if you can't make the best of what you got with the people you got, then what's it worth at the end of the day? So I'm going to bring TMR also on video. So we're going to kind of cycle some folks in here between Clubhouse and Friday Night Live. But an amazing night for sure. Ron is still in Clubhouse. I don't know why he's piecing out. He's just moving from one section to the next.
He's always so happy. It's so nice to have him on.
Yeah. Well, that's half the battle. It's
so
perspective.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got TMR in the house as well. We got some comments as well, so let's go ahead and give a shout out to folks. One of our amazing supporters, Lisa, she is in Clubhouse and watching us on YouTube, so she's multitasking. Those hats are from Veterans Network, darling. She's saying shout out to FG Apparel for that. We got Mike in the house, U.S. Army, served from 2001 to 2013. Passenger Shaming saying he loved the show. SK again, showing some love and support. Let's see. A bunch of folks literally shouting out here. Let's see. Shaky said, I need that hood rat distraction tonight for the crazy day that I had to deal with. So let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to the fact that Maria literally took that shirt and completely remixed it and made it her own. Amazing. Talk about that, Maria.
I did as well. As we're having oh, my light just went out. What the hell is going on with me and electricity today? Jesus Christ.
Oh Lord. Not the mic went out, not the lights went out.
Yes. My energy is going all over the place. I was doing this when you guys were talking to Ray. So as you guys were talking, I was like, no, let me cut this up.
Wow.
Ingenuity.
That's awesome. I love it.
Impressive.
Elliot made a comment in YouTube. We're wearing red today. Fridays, remembering everyone deployed. Again, the little things that we do for those that were out there and those that are currently doing what they do. So definitely appreciative to them. TMR, how do you feel post this show?
When you said that, I just only thought about the, like the Pop Warner cheerleaders. I feel good. Yeah, I feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the high school. You know what I mean? Like the high school cheerleaders. How do you feel? I feel good. Yeah, no, I feel good. I'm on a water bottle and t-shirt and stuff, and you know what I mean. I'm not gonna cut my. Hey, listen. I got another water bottle here until I grab mine.
Man, look at this one. This individual here has a great mohawk. This is amazing. This water bottle is fire.
Yeah, I love all the merch. Ronis did an outstanding job. Him and his team did amazing. So, yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah. Let's see, Maria and TMR, you might have to lower the Clubhouse volume because I think that's what's feeding back in since we're going both. So where we're at, Clubhouse.
I'm
loud.
not there. Am I?
What
I got up?
Said, oh my God, swag, I am excited for that. Jerry is ready to roll. He said, look, I got my mailing address and I'm sending you here. I'm not playing games. Jerry is ready to rock and roll. We got Jay in the house popping in on the YouTube side of the house. Amazing. Let's see.
I didn't even know it was on Clubhouse.
Yeah. But overall, man, that was great. I had a great time being able to do what we do. Again, with Chris spinning and Joe hanging out with us, just overall, a pretty good time, All things
Joe
considered.
is funny. Oh my gosh.
He's hilarious.
Those
He's
tips,
funny.
those tips definitely come in handy as far as what he was offering for how to deal with certain things.
And things you're about to get. You know what? I'm not gonna say because your wife's listening somewhere. So
There we go.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, next time I'm wanting to get back into my office, I'm just going to use your tips. And
I'm telling you, man.
She seriously.
100% of the time it works every time.
Yeah. Who said that? 100% of the time works every time.
That was Joe.
Yep. Amy, how was your week?
It was a very
There's a microphone.
crazy, stressful week. I am so glad it's Friday. I'm so glad to be hanging out with you guys. I'm glad this week is over. It was fun. Tonight was fun. We've been anticipating it for a while, so it's one of those bittersweet things, like the anxiety, going up to it, and now kind of the fall, the letdown after it's all over. It's kind of a roller coaster a little bit. It's weird because it's something that we do all the time, but it feels weird when you feel like you're going to be judged doing it. But yeah, it was good. It was good. Happy
about
to be here with you guys, and my DP teddy bear definitely came in handy this week. So it's going to be available on the swag store soon, so you guys can get your DP teddy bear.
that's right. DP Teddy Bear coming to a town near you.
This is literally a thing now.
He loves the DP teddy bear.
It is it's definitely a thing apparently. And I actually did get a teddy bear that they did send in the mail, which was weird because I'm like, what in the hell is this damn thing with my initials? And then boom, everybody had one. So an orchestrated DP event, which is apparently coming to a store near you.
what does Legend think of him?
He's like, where's mine? So that's the other part that apparently we're working on. So Brian's the mastermind behind these things.
What is missing from the DP Teddy Bear but his companion and service dog Legend? And so, yeah, Legend hopefully will be accompanying the DP Teddy Bear very soon in the swag shop.
Oh, how exciting! Really?
It's a work in progress.
Yes, Shaky. We do. We all love that teddy bear. We really do. So what do you have exciting going on this weekend, TMR? Is it still a go or a no-go?
Oh, New York?
Yes.
Yeah. Shooting a
So
music
can you
video.
talk about it? Yeah. Shooting a music video? That's pretty cool. What music video are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing a
Or is it one of those you can't talk about it?
No. Yeah. No, we're doing we're doing a video to one of our upcoming albums on Space Force. We so basically 2 weeks ago we went to Florida. We locked ourselves in a studio for 3 days straight off of like 3 hours of sleep every night, and we recorded a whole album, me and Space Force. So it's me and the two other Air Force vets. Recorded an album, mixed, mastered it. It's going to drop this upcoming Friday, and we're going to shoot a video for that in New York, and it's called Animals. So it's going to be some really cool stuff. So
nice.
I miss the East Coast, so yeah, it's going to be nice.
Nice.
Interesting. How was your week, Brian?
Yeah.
Things as well.
Yeah, whenever I'm done taking a nap, I had to get up and think, hey, there's something going on this week. And then I remember that Kentucky Fried Chicken was having a special on Wednesday. So, but after I got past that, I was looking forward to Friday.
Out of nowhere, I'm telling you, TMR, you can't sleep on Brian. He just hit you out of nowhere.
I'm just here to bring coffee to Joe, DP, you, TMR, to Maria. That's my function, and I try to excel at it.
And teddy bears.
And teddy bears.
Brian is like a ninja. He just sneaks in when he's expected with the
He
dingers.
does. I'm telling you.
What is that, Joe?
I said that was pro level comedic timing, man. Well done.
Pro level comedic timing. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Brian. His timing is
Don't sleep on
impeccable.
Brian. Yes.
No, not at all. But again, I really want to highlight, man, the art on these shirts that was put together by Maria. Talk to me a little bit about Maria, about that art and that figure again that we showed that folks will be able to see
Yeah.
on
Okay, I should better-
Club. Yeah, talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, what, like the sculpture?
Mhm.
So this is going to be is the headpiece of a torso that is going to I'll have an exhibit in Florida in August, and it's like a two part piece of sculpture, but this particular part is every bullet wound. It's a trauma that I've experienced that hasn't fully healed yet, and so I wear like a crown of bullets. But then, so like it reflects how a lot of us feel, like half dead, half alive. We try so hard to keep things together, like we're functional, and especially when we're running organizations and businesses, you work really hard at presenting a united front, But sometimes when you're in the back, like at home alone, that's when the anxiety kicks in, the self doubt, the depression. So I wanted to highlight that we navigate through life walking that very fine line, embracing that duality.
I like that. That's amazing. And again, the fact that we're able to kind of showcase that now and put that over, um, in swag fashion, right? I think that's awesome. And even being able to support your nonprofit too. So a little surprise for you there. Boom, bam, bidi, boom.
Thanks. That was awesome. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, we roll like that. You never know which way we're coming, left or right. So, let's see. We got some amazing comments as well. Shaky's in the house. Hey, Mrs. Rivera. She says she loves the shirt. Look out for the Space Force CD for sure coming out. So there's that part. So that's pretty cool.
And the shirt is actually you can actually go to the swag store and purchase the shirt if you would like a shirt. So, Brian, where could they get the shirt?
Well, if you will go to veteransnetwork.club, and then you go to the swag store, and it will pop up. Join us. It is up all night long.
Yeah. And then maybe we'll do a little class quickly.
Actually, that would be fun.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to order another shirt because I don't know how you repair it after it's been cut off at the belly button.
I'll cut it up. Somehow I'll figure it out.
Okay. Maybe a hemline or something. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah. Now, some amazing stuff. Let's see. Who do we have in Clubhouse? Is this new now having it there? Lisa's just in Clubhouse. We got JR in the house. Hey, JR, feel free to raise your hand and jump up. Tell us a little about what you're doing. He's one of our supporters as well, so definitely want to give him a shout out. We got Nierka in the house as well with us in Clubhouse from the Vetpreneur Tribe, so doing some amazing things. So definitely want to give you a shout out as well. So feel free to come on up, say hello, and introduce yourself. Let people know how to find you, what you do, because again, it takes a village. So feel free to hop on up and say hello. Let's see. Hey, Nierka.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Good. Introduce yourself. Let people know a little bit what you do, your service, and some of the amazing things you have over at Umbrella More.
So veterans, Army, and
you're breaking up. Couldn't hear you.
So, like a lot of you, after I left the military, I had to deal with transition and taking that uniform. But it doesn't mean that we stop. So one of the things that I'm doing right now, a TV show, to highlight resources available for veterans that are struggling with transitioning. I think we all do at some point or another. So that's what Amor Umbrella is going to be about. and that's coming up really soon.
Nice. And for those that are definitely not following Yurka, feel free to check out her profile, click on that, head on over to her page and see some of the amazing things that she is doing. So definitely wanted to give you a shout out there. Eric, talk to us a little bit about the amazing weekend we had a few days ago. For those that missed it, we had Sending Love to Vets, an amazing program that was put together by Eric and the crew. So definitely wanted to kick it over to you to have you say a few things on that.
Yeah, thank you. It was an amazing event. We had 25 musicians. The next event we're going to have Joe part of it. There was some technical issues, but I was so glad I got to hear you, Joe, tonight.
Thank you, man.
I absolutely enjoyed it, man, and we're gonna get together and do another event, you and I. So we'll just do a pre-rehearsal to make sure.
That's my fault. Always pro tip for any young comedians out there: always do the tech rehearsal. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Eric, I appreciate you, man.
No, man, I appreciate it. Like I said, I was so glad I got to hear you tonight. It was awesome. So yeah, it was a great event. So we raised with between what is in the bank and firm commitments that we have, we raised about $28,000, which is going to allow us to help actually several veterans. So we're in the process right now of putting together an actual pretty large mental health advisory board that is going to evaluate each veteran as we're going through and helping them to ensure that they're getting the help and support, that what modality is used is actually making a difference. And if not, they're going to help us pivot to another modality to ensure that the veteran is really getting the help with mental health that they need. And so the two programs that are already in place that we're going to start taking applications for is the PTSD service dogs and equine therapy. But through that mental health advisory board, not sure where that noise coming from.
Someone is on not vibrate.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
If in addition to those, we actually plan to incorporate some additional modalities. Like there's a company that just recently got a multi-million-dollar contract with the Air Force that uses VR for mental health. So we're going to investigate some stuff around that. We're going to investigate some stuff around MDMR and tapping. And so we're going to incorporate a lot of different modalities because each person that gets helped, there's different things that help. What one works for one isn't going to necessarily have the same effect on the other. And so we're committed to ensuring that we have a broad spectrum of modalities that we can ensure that, we can find one that's actually really working for the veteran.
Yeah, and I think the good thing there is going to be, really partnering up with organizations already doing that to save legwork, because you're not gonna really find one specific modality. That's always kind of like the misnomer, right? As far as trying to find something that works for someone, because what works for Maria may not work for me, and what works for Brian may not work for TMR. So I think it'll be interesting to do that. But now, if someone wants to, let's say, get some of these services for the service dog and equine therapy, how can they reach out now that we have that, select that the funds raised and may be interested to reach out and get in contact with those organizations? Where would they go?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to theveteransconnection.org, and we're actually going to build its own page, but right now if you go to the Contact Us page, there's a drop down for veterans getting support. So you'll reach out that way, and then we'll contact you. Like for the PTSD service dogs, the two partnerships that we have in place, one's with an organization in Texas and one is an organization in Utah, and they've both been doing it for a lot of years. And there is specific questions that we have to go through to ensure that they match the right dog to the right person. It's not like it's just a service dog and they can just pair it with anybody. It's actually specific to ensure that the right dog is partnered with the right personality, the right struggles that they have within the PTSD, because people are triggered in different ways, and their reactions are different. And so, we'll put that we'll pair them with our partners, and we'll make sure that we vet out to ensure that they get the right dog. And then equine therapy is done in Twin Falls, Idaho, at a ranch. And so we have a partnership with that's in place as well. So that one doesn't take as much vetting, but that one is specific to military couples. So it's not for an individual veteran right this moment. We might add some additional.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need that because there's a lot of single vets out there divorced. So, yikes.
Yeah, let's not talk about the divorce rates in the veteran community or in America.
Yeah. So now for the vetting, is the organization you're partnered with, are they going to be doing some of that to help ease the load? Because that should fall on them, right?
It's some of it's through me. The first round is actually for our organization. They send us specific questions, and then the additional rounds are through the organization, because then they'll get more in depth once they have the initial information.
Okay. And that's good information to have.
Pardon me?
I said that's good information to share and have.
Yeah. And then when they get selected and they have their dog trained and everything, they'll fly out, like for example the Texas one or the Utah one, they'll fly out to one of those states, and they'll actually spend more than a week doing the training with the dog themselves as well, because the veteran has to go through some training as well. It's not just the dog that has to go through training.
Yeah. Well, fun fact, Maria is actually in the process of doing training with her service dog, and I actually have a service dog as well. So we literally have the full gamut of a variety of different ways of how that process goes. So the biggest thing to kind of stress to folks is there's different organizations that do things a little bit differently. Some will pair you up with a rescue dog. Some will find a dog and kind of raise them to pair them with you. So there's different ways to get there. But no matter what your situation may be or where you're at, the biggest thing is to find an organization or a group that works with you, right? Some folks may not be ready to be paired up with someone right now. Maybe they need to be going through a program that takes a period of time. So, check into the different options and organizations that are out there, and definitely feel free to ask questions to be able to kind of get some context. Because that's really what it's all about. It's about trying to bring awareness and being able to kind of have those points there.
Yeah. And let me just add real quick, DP. I know that if veterans have looked into it in general, it's around $25,000 for a service dog.
Minimum.
We're covering the cost, and two, generally there's a long wait. It can actually be up to like 3 years, and we have access to some dogs even right now. So we don't have to put somebody on a long waiting list. We actually have access to some dogs right now. So.
Yeah. And so definitely reach out to us for that stuff, because there's different organizations. The one I'm partnered with here in Virginia with MK9S Service Dog, they do some pretty amazing work being able to pair veterans with some amazing service dogs. So depending where you're at, there's great organizations. So ask the question, reach out, talk to us who actually are living through it. Because I'll tell you, it sounds nice to say get a service dog, but come talk to someone with a service dog and they'll tell you it might not be exactly what you think it is. So for those that are thinking about it, talk to your therapist, talk to your mental health provider, talk to your medical provider. It could be for different reasons. It could be psychiatric in nature or medical in nature. But segueing over, Jackie's in the house. Welcome to the stage. How are you, my sister?
I'm wonderful. How are all of my wonderful veterans and family members? Spreading my virtual love to you all.
Yeah.
Did you?
We're good.
Read my
Thank you
message?
so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Much love to all of you.
I'm checking
here
right
to
now.
Support. Yeah, please do, because I'm trying to talk to you in the background. But hey, I would ask, because I'm always so pro us veterans and the community, please, if you're in the audience, go ahead and tell everybody else about it. It might have slipped their mind or whatever, but get them in the room. We got to rally behind our veterans.
Yeah.
And I'm here to support you. Absolutely. Blow those horns, okay? And get our veterans in the room. I just pinged everyone I could.
Appreciate you.
But let's keep calling. We got to rally around the troops.
I appreciate you. It takes a village, indeed. And I just checked the
Absolutely.
message there. Appreciate you.
All right, I'll continue to talk to you in the background.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, Joey, what's going on, my brother?
Hey DP, how's it going?
It's better that you're here now. What's going on with you, my friend?
Not a whole lot, just trying to support the room here.
Yeah.
I missed the show, but
Oh, it
excited
was
to see
crazy.
the
Literally, we
launch of
had
the season.
TMR roll in on a horse. I believe there was a session where Maria pulled out a makeshift knife. It was crazy. It was like Star Wars meets Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Brian sang, Ave Maria in a high-pitched note, and Amy's microphone was working for once. So you literally missed an entire ensemble of amazing things. But no, it was a great, great session, my brother. Let's see. We got some different comments coming up. We say Evelyn Miller saying hi to TMR in YouTube world. Another Average Joe says, I got YouTube going and Clubhouse going. I am multitasking. For those that were asking again.
That's me, DP.
Yeah. There you go. So you're multitasking. So we're definitely multitasking up in here. Big shout out, though, again, to FG Apparel for what they're doing to be able to support and help the swag that we have going, being able to showcase the art that Maria has and being able to showcase the different things that we're creating. It's just the beginning of many things to come. So definitely stay tuned for that. But a lot of cool stuff going on for sure. Joey, tell us a little bit about some of the stuff you have going on for folks that may not know what you got on your side of the house, so they can follow you and learn a little more about you.
Yeah, thanks, DP. I started a brand called Another Average Joe. I'm an Air Force veteran. I flew F-15 E models for 7 years on active duty, and I got out in March 2020, and like a lot of other veterans, struggled with the transition. And so really my brand is about kind of giving back, and the name is, kind of a play on it, right? You we're in the military, you do all this cool stuff, and then you get out, and sometimes you just feel like you're another average Joe. So kind of a double meaning there, and then also it worked out well that my name was Joey. So just trying to help connect veterans to all the different resources that are out there, and again, trying to help transitioning veterans specifically.
No, I love that. So for those that are not following Joey, definitely check out his profile, check out his social media, and see the things that he is doing on his side. Amazing work. And again, it's just about kind of sharing the space and being able to highlight the amazing folks that we have. We got Donna in the house. What's going on, Donna? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, everyone. I've got a dear friend of mine that I've known for 30 years. And her and her husband and I were stationed together in Panama back in the early 90s. And we've remained like family all these years. So I was kind of like showing her around Clubhouse tonight, and she's never heard of it. So she's, kind of learning about it. But if you guys haven't seen my Facebook page, I can't figure out how to do it on Instagram, but my website is up and running, courageouslybroken.com. My store is open. We've got some really cool hoodies and t-shirts. She drove 2 hours today to help me sort and get everything organized. And the store is open for business. So as you guys all know, 10% of my proceeds go to Good Canine Academy, which trains and donates PTSD service dogs for veterans and first responders, absolutely free of charge. And my goal, as y'all know, my mission is to erase the stigma of PTSD. So I'm trying to reduce the numbers, not only with my story, my memoir, but as well as with my inspirational apparel. So that's it.
Awesome.
You guys, a lot of you know my story, some of you don't, but please check out my new website, courageouslybroken.com, and check out the cool merch link for all the cool stuff we've got going on. Challenge coins, t-shirts, hoodies, really, really good stuff. All veteran owned and operated and created here in the good old USA.
And again, Donna is not only a veteran, but a retired first responder, and the amazing things that she is doing. Definitely something that I think is amazing that needs to be highlighted. So again, congrats on what you are doing, Donna, and the amazing work you continue to do. So feel free definitely to head over to her site, support what she's doing, because again, right, if you don't know, you don't know, and now we know.
Now you know. Hey, yo, Donna, really quick, Donna, though, like, if you want to link your website, all you have to do is put it in your bio. So put that website in your bio so people can click on it. And then if you have over 10,000 followers, you can start to put that link in your story. So when people go to your story, they can swipe up and they can go straight to your site and get a hoodie or any other merch that you have.
And you're talking about my bio and Instagram?
Correct, on Instagram. If you have 10,000 followers, you can do the story post and they can swipe up. Well, yeah, connect with me. I'm at the Marine Rapper. I can give you some free marketing tips for that. And then for right now, you can just put your website link within your bio. So every time you post, you can just say, click my bio, and then people will go straight to your website.
Sweet. Thank you for that tip very much.
No problem.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, Tara, welcome to the stage. How are you?
Hello, thank you for allowing me to come up on stage for a moment. I wanted to say thank you, Eric, for your event last weekend. It's what led me to Clubhouse, and I'm so grateful for that. I don't know if I got a chance to tell you that. Also, I wanted to share equine therapy for you guys. I tell you what, and girls and anybody, if you have physical injuries, I worked as a volunteer when I was young in equine therapy for disabled children, and for me, trained horses, and that they were donated. And those, I tell you what, if you have anybody in your realm that needs a little bit of head picking up from disability injuries, the movement of the horse, something that these children, they couldn't even hold their head up, they were scribbling their lips, and they couldn't blink their eyes. And instead they hold their shoulders up, square up, everything. So I just want to give a shout out to that. The reason I jumped on is I wanted to just give some love to Mr. Joe, G.I. Joe, sir. You are hysterical. I wish you lived in the Reno, Tahoe area, because I would come attend every performance you gave. So I just want to say that. Thank you guys for everything you do out there. Keep staying strong, stay together, and we'll see you down the line. This is Tara. I'm out.
Thank you, Tara. We appreciate you.
Hey, Tara. Hey, Tara.
Thank
So
you,
you
Tara.
do she does equine therapy?
No.
Is that what she said?
When I was in my 20s, back in a previous life, I was a horse trainer. So that I just wanted.
Oh, but you know. Oh, but you know all about it. You know all about the in and outs, though.
I do. Yes, I could answer questions
Okay.
on if someone. And I'd be happy to if anybody wanted to know something about that.
Thank you. We'll reach out.
Thank you, Tara. So if anyone has any question on equine therapy, Tara has a plethora of time and experience in that space from a previous life, but that knowledge is still there. So reach out, send a message, ask a question. It's about connecting and being able to bring folks together. That's what this is all about. Let's see.
Can I jump in there real quick?
You can.
This is Donna again. On my new website, I have a resource page for amazing retreats that we have vetted throughout the country for anybody struggling with PTSD as well. One of them is an equine therapy location in South Dakota in the Black Hills called Sacred Mountain Retreat. And I've got a friend of mine who's a retired firefighter who really struggles with PTSD. He came back. He just recently got back from there. He said it was life-changing. So check out, that's another, like I said, I've got a resource page for all kinds of different retreats and therapy programs around the country. All
Awesome.
nonprofits.
Thank you. And again, for those that didn't hear, please say again where they can find your website for those that just got here.
Courageouslybroken.com. And thank you, TMR. I double checked my Insta, and I did already have it there, but I'm playing with it some more to see what else I can do. So thanks for the tips.
Awesome. Appreciate you. We got Tiffany in the house. Medal of Honor. What's going on, my sister?
It's all about you. So Donna, that book, that sounds like it'd be a good title of an episode for a podcast. I don't know, I could be making stuff up. Oh wait, we're already doing that, my bad. I will be the first person to say I have actually done equine therapy. I've been a recipient of it, and it is absolutely life-changing. I wish I could take a horse with me everywhere I went, but obviously that's not a thing. But it made the biggest difference. Every time I went to the ranch where I was doing it in Kentucky, I always left a different person than how I showed up. It was great. So I would be the biggest advocate for that because it really had a huge impact on me. For those who don't know, I started Medal of Honor podcast this year. I have been telling people that I thought I was only going to do like 4 or 5 episodes, and I just recorded like episode 60. So this is just going, and I'm loving it. It's great just to have an opportunity to put people's stories out there for them to share. And it's things for me have been really rough lately, but the podcast, knowing that I can put people's stories out there, have been really helpful. So that's who I am. That's what I'm about right now. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Nothing but love, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself, Eric. Was that Eric?
Yeah.
That was me, but I'm not hurting myself. I'm saying nothing but love. And Donna, let's connect. I mean, you and I connect every week anyways, but let's connect because maybe I can reach out to that equine therapy organization, since it sounds like they do single veterans. That would allow me to open up to help more people.
Yeah, they do. They do single veterans and first responders, and they were recommended to. I'm actually planning to go myself. I couldn't make the spring retreat they just did because, as y'all know, I wasn't quite retired yet. But now that I am retired, I've been invited, and I think I'm going in August. I think it is. But it came highly recommended to me from a retired Navy SEAL Master Chief, and I forwarded the information to my fire chief friend, and he just got back, and he was like, "Oh my God, that was the most incredible experience." So he has he says these people aren't people I just met. He goes like, "We're like a tribe, we're like family now." And as we speak, he's in Panama City helping one of the guys he met at the retreat who's a quadriplegic do something with his house. I guess he needed some home improvements, and my friend's got some construction experience. So they pulled together a team, and they're helping a veteran who's quadriplegic do some home repairs and become, handicap accessible. So just amazing things coming out of there. It's all about networking.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do want to throw something out there. Somebody in the room just sent me a message on Instagram. For those who don't know, this right here is your personal invitation. Okay, I want every service member, veteran, and spouse to have the opportunity to be on my podcast. So this is your invitation right here. If you would like to be on the podcast, go to my Instagram, and where it says contact now or book now or however it's worded. If you click on that, the link to schedule that is on there. So if you would like to be on the podcast, I would like you to be on it, and that's how you can go about scheduling it.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Let's see.
You
Robert.
too, DP. Okay.
I am right here, juggling. We got Robert Hamm in the house. What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the stage.
Hey, just wanted to check in. Not much. Appreciate TMR. Appreciate you, DP. Thanks for this room. And I'm a Los Angeles native, Army veteran, and combat videographer, a Trojan, USC Trojan, and just doing the grind, filmmaker, and I'll do a lot of veteran stories, documentaries. I'm finishing up a feature documentary about my interpreters from Afghanistan, and do a lot of the VA, doing a whole bunch of really cool short little videos about the VA and a lot of the stuff that they're doing there when they get it right. And they're getting it right in a lot of ways. I encourage folks that are hesitant to go get your benefits if you deserve them, and you do, and be a part of it. And there's a lot of good. You have to take care of your own health. You have to manage your own health, and there's a lot of good opportunity within the VA. But you kind of the system. There's a lot of there could feel like there's a lot of boundaries and walls that you have to jump over sometimes to get there, and you may interact with somebody who it feels like they don't care, but there's a lot of people that do care. So that's just my little pitch about the VA. Get a lot of service there if you can. And if you can't, that's cool too. Anyway, that's my little deal, and let's connect. And appreciate you all. Thank you for your service, and I'm out.
Thanks, Robert, for that, and thanks for being able to actually share that and give credence to that, right? Because there are some good things happening. Sometimes, there are things that are not working, but finding things and hearing some of those stories is pretty amazing. But TMR, you guys have a similar background in some of the things you guys have done.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I wanted to chime in with Robert because we're both combat documentators. Because he was on the film side, I was more on the photo side. So I really want to connect with him, and maybe we could do some cool projects far as like suicide prevention and VA and maybe even music too. I got a lot of music too. So I want to connect with Robert. So if you could just send me shoot me a DM on Instagram at the Marine Rapper. Let's connect and let's do some great stuff, and let's expand your reach. And I'll help promote you if it works out.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. Look, I've been following you for a while. We kind of run in similar circles. We met a couple times, but I appreciate what you're doing. I love what you're doing. You gotta, I'm a late bloomer to hip hop. I gotta say, I didn't get into it because I grew up in a household that didn't allow it. But about 5 or 6 years ago, actually through my struggles getting out of the military and kind of my struggles with being a veteran and didn't feel connected, I just went down the hip hop rabbit hole, and I'm in love with all of it, going all the way back. So I would love to just sit around and talk hip hop with you sometime too, because I can't rhyme, dude. But I played drums, so I kind of got the rhythm, but I can't put words together like you can, man. And I appreciate what you do and what you say. So I'd love to connect. Yeah, thanks, bro.
Hey, thank you so much. And as I discussed earlier with DP, I started a label with all genres of music. I even have down to gospel. So I'm a producer as well. Some people don't even know that. So I can do any type of music, even instrumental with the drums and stuff. So let's connect and let's talk more and let's connect over music.
Yo, love it.
That's awesome. I would say, if I can add in there, DP, I know we've talked about the VA in the past, and we talked about the struggles with the VA and the frustration with the VA. But I had a conversation maybe a month ago with somebody from the VA. I was super frustrated that I couldn't get my injections for my migraine, and the community care wasn't working out. And I got bills for going to the doctor that I wasn't supposed to get. And I talked to this lady, and I was telling her, I know it's not your fault, but this is really frustrating. And this is an ongoing issue. It shouldn't. Anyways, long story. But whatever she did, she was like, I don't know what I can do, but I'm going to do my best to help you. And within 2 weeks, I had all kinds of appointments. They called me nonstop to set up appointments and to get me fully established in the VA, which is nice, to finally be able to get a provider in the VA. So I would piggyback on that, not all experiences are bad experiences, and to continue fighting that fight to get the care that you need and you deserve, because at the end of the day, it's worked out for me. So I'm happy I stayed persistent and stayed on top of them, and it's worked out. So I just want to point out the positive, as I know we talk about the negative, but there's also been some great things. And the experience at the VA, the last couple of appointments I've had, they are so nice, and they were on time, and they were in and out. I went for x-rays, and my appointment was at 11, and they called me back at 10:58, and I got done at like 11:07 or something for my back. It was amazing. So shout out to the VA for trying to do better and doing better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I wanted to say that whenever Robert, you're talking about that, because I have experience or exposure to the VA going back even to childhood, going in there to visit a sick uncle, and I saw the deplorable state of things. It was just shameful. And I can say that once I left the service, I waited 26 years before I actually signed up for the services from the VA for a primary care team. So the experience I've had since I've been there, these guys have been pretty attentive. They've really, like Amy was saying, man, they can really cover you up whenever they're being diligent. So in the same state, every VA is different. Even in the same state, I've got sort of a dichotomy of experiences where in one city over here, the experience with the VA still might be a little rough, even though that my experience went back with them, probably 40 something years ago, to now in another city, and it's top notch. So you never know what you're going to get. It's not like a box of chocolates, but you still don't necessarily know what you're going to get. And I would say that, yeah, they are stepping it up. There's still a lot of room for growth and improvement, but it's not universal now.
Yeah.
And do get your benefits.
It could be like a box of chocolates, because some chocolates are kind of nasty. I'm just saying. You know what? Sorry, bad joke. But right now for me, where I'm at with this is the VA that I went to in Kentucky was hands down the best experience that I've had, of getting care, getting appointments, being able to get in and out. Yes, there was a couple of frustrations, but now the VA where I'm located now, I feel like it's pulling teeth. I mean, because Amy, I agree with you that it's easy to complain about it, but right now where I'm at, I'm just having difficulty seeing the positive, because it seems like for me, some of the simplest things to do, I'm having the most difficult time, accomplishing those things. And I know that all VAs are not the same. They are all different. I've had great experiences, but even in the VA where I'm at right now, there are some people I feel like for me, with my experience here, it's the people are great. The individuals are great. It just seems like there's a barrier or somewhere of communication within the system that just can be very overwhelming, and frustrating, and almost makes me say sometimes, is it worth me trying to fight? And yeah, it is worth it, but it's hard.
There's a few things to consider that, right? So the one part to consider is, yeah, it's a huge system, but that feedback mechanism has to be a part of it. We have rights as patients, right? This is not like the TMC or going to see the corpsman. If you're not getting the care that you deserve or feel you need, there are avenues and ways to put complaints in. And sometimes that's what has to happen. We have to kind of make some noise to make some changes, because, yeah, people may mean well, but if there's bureaucracy or, policies or certain people in command or charge that are not doing things effectively, things won't change unless we make a point to actually make some noise. And in all things government, the only way you ever got your rank taken from you was with paperwork. Paperwork is what drives the government. So again, it won't be a immediate thing, but I would caution everyone that if you're not getting the care you deserve, make a complaint, make it known, right? Annotate that, because people will not know what is not working unless we say it. And many a times I had a horrible experience, so screw the VA and I'm out of here. And guess what? I never said anything. And then came TMR after me, same exact situation. And then came Marie after me, same situation. And ultimately that keeps happening. And guess what? No one ever complained that maybe this psychologist or this provider or this person or this wing of the VA is not doing what they should be doing, because we did not put that, information in. And again, it doesn't happen overnight, right? So it's one of those things that applies as well with registries, right? The only reason we know about Agent Orange and stuff is because, veterans spoke up. Same thing with the Gulf War syndrome, getting on that registry, making a point to have that information noted so they can make some informed decisions to move things forward. So, it's a moving target, but the fact of the matter is, I think making noise is the biggest thing. So it's almost like, hey, if you have a good situation going where you're at, great, appreciate it, because you may transfer or find that you get another provider, then it's like, crap, this is not the best situation. I want to go over to JR. My brother, you are back on stage now. Introduce yourself. Let people know a little bit about you, the rooms you host here, what you do, because it's quite frankly a caffeinated experience with JR Alanis.
Hey, thanks, brother, for having me. I like to say that we have the hottest group on Facebook. So I'm a Navy veteran. I served from 89 to 95, and bounced around for many years. The last 10 years I spent as a contractor for the NSA, and then in 2019 we opened a coffee business called Third Day Coffee Seguin after Luke 24:46, and we have just been so blessed to have all these people put in front of us, in front of our life. I mean, I met a guy who owns a coffee farm in Honduras. So that was all God. I had nothing to do with it. I never could have met that guy on my own. But, you know, through that process of God putting these people in our life, we've been able to blow our business up. COVID, when it hit, actually made our business for us, because we were on the verge of, like, okay, this is a hobby. I'm not doing nothing else with it, or am I going to run with this? And COVID hit, and all of a sudden, I had this huge demand for people buying coffee. You know, they're at home buying coffee online. And so we saw it as, you know, we prayed about it, obviously, and we found it as a way for not just to sell great coffee, but we found it as a way to share the gospel and as a vehicle for being able to serve our fellow, you know, veterans, our fellow man in our community in a Christ-like fashion. And we just want people to stop drinking gas station coffee. So all those things have happened for us. God continues to bless us. You know, it's just kind of where we're at today.
First of all, JR, I'm going to make a quick announcement here. I think that last statement you made about gas station coffee goes right in the face of Joe, who specifically said that he gets targeted messaging in his app where it says, "Hey, Joe, it looks like you're running low, not on gas, but food. Come get some of this food."
Yeah, it's been a ride, man. I mean, God, you know, is a powerful thing, and He's done incredible things for us, and He wants you. God wants you to stop drinking gas station coffee. He wants you to have some of the best coffee this side of heaven.
Joe, this message is coming directly for you. Don't ignore the calling. You need some of that Third Day Seguin coffee. Just saying. JR also hosts a podcast. If you're not checking him out, check out his profile. He does a lot of amazing things with God, Country, and Coffee. On his side of the house, he also holds space in the Veteran Network on Sundays as well, being able to hold space for those of the faith who choose to spend time with him there. And I wanted to emphasize that, because ultimately part of a community or tribe is being able to offer a variety of things that folks may need, right? Some folks might want to do yoga. Some people might want to go to church on Sunday. Some people might want to just go ahead and try roller skating. Whatever it is your flavor, if we have the ability to create that space for you, we want to be able to do that. So one, that's an invitation, but two, it's also saying if you're interested in holding space in any shape, fashion, or form, head on over to veteransnetwork.club. You'll see the Clubhouse banner there. Reach out to us that way. We did a change recently where we are now requesting you request a room creation, because we're crossing over a certain amount of members. And because of that, some rooms that were being created may have kind of got a little bit off kilter. And the way the Clubhouse is set up, we don't have the ability to do anything, right? So if someone just opens up a room and says, you know what, screw this app, screw this club, screw everything, guess what? We're kind of held hostage, right? And that's not a safe space for people. So those that are holding space, we promoted them to admins to be able to hold that space, who've been doing it consistently. Those that are now wanting to do that, we're pretty much having you just request a room to be created. So we'll go ahead and schedule it for you. And then in turn, you'll be able to host that room. So that's part of the change that's there. It's a limitation in the club administration. So it's not a ding on anyone per se. It's just more ensuring that we want to have a safe space, but also be cognizant that there's two sides to the equation, right? If you set up a room and kind of lose it, that also may hurt someone who may be triggered by that. So it's almost kind of how do you feed the masses. So that's one of the changes that has happened there. But check out what JR is doing as well, outside of Clubhouse, as well as the rooms that he hosts here with his message and his amazing coffee, cough, cough, Joe.
Can I tell an amazing story about JR?
Yeah.
So I remember one Clubhouse Sunday afternoon when JR was holding a Bible study that I was part of, and his power went out. And man, this guy didn't give up. Like he went and found candles. He did everything he could to make sure he could keep that space open for people. And that's the sign of somebody who truly believes in what they're doing. And I just have nothing but love for JR.
Awesome. Yeah, no, JR, you definitely powered through. We've had some amazing, interesting moments in Clubhouse. We literally had Frank rush to the ER as he found out he had COVID. We had JR literally lose power. Had a whole script. It was crazy. Like, it was literally one of those things where it was like, we're gonna have a great session. Thanks everyone for being here. The power goes out. His computer goes out. His notes were on the computer. It was pretty much saying, well, I guess we're going to have to switch the subject here. But we drove on and we improvised, which I guess is an ode back to service days of having one of those green books.
Was he coming in hot from the ambulance?
Yes. Yep. That indeed. Let's see. So we're going to call 5-minute audibles, top of the hour. We're going to begin shutting it down. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. We have some questions that have come up. We've been reading as well on the YouTube side of the house. If there's some folks doing some amazing things, definitely feel free to reach out to them, connect with them, make a connection, reach out, touch base. We have some amazing things definitely coming down, but this is kind of the after party. We're done with things. For those of you following the Clubhouse conversations, ratings, those things came up. So we got a rating of classified, whatever that means. So I don't know what that means. There's one of the folks that's been in all the rooms rating people over at Clubhouse conversations. So that's interesting.
He's not the official dude, right?
No. It's just someone who basically has their own blog, and they've been in all the rooms, and they're kind of just writing, so
they're already graded us.
Yeah. 15 minutes into it there. So it is kind of going around and trying to write up a story on stuff. So
he does it to everybody. He does it to everybody, and it's just I don't even know. There's really no credibility behind him. It's he
listens certified.
Say again. Say again, Timar.
I'm saying he said certified. Is that good?
No, classified. So yeah, final score is classified. Military fashion.
What is?
I don't know. But yeah. So Lisa's gonna punch me in the head for giving oxygen to people. But you know what? Look, we don't shy away from shit. You know what I mean? Hell, half of us got a C average and barely made it out of something. So.
We don't shy. Hey, and they got the wrong group. If they think we shy away from anything, yo, we face it head on.
Yeah, exactly.
We face it head on.
No, we got no fear whatsoever.
We could be more head. We could be more head on if they want.
Hey,
you want that?
They don't want that.
You know how they don't. You know how I get.
Lisa is gonna take care of it for us. Let me tell you, Mama Bear is not happy because
Lisa is
realm.
the PO up in the house,
yes.
On the journalism side of the house. But again, like I said, I'm indifferent, honestly, and people that know me that I don't really side to either way. So, I think that some shows got some good ratings, some shows not so much. It's a competition, so people are going to have their views on things. And when it comes to us, obviously, we're kind of just holding space in our way. It may not be everyone's flavor, but what matters is, like we said, that we did it our way, and that's all that really matters. Some things are more catchy, some things are more, attention grabby. But you know what? That doesn't stop us from doing what we do anyway. So at the end of the day, we have always been the 1% of the population. So what difference does it make in this situation here? So I don't really stress that too much or give it too much credence, honestly. If people want to write or give a review on things, that's what we stepped up to do, right? It's like service, right? You don't know me. Just because you see my uniform, you make an assessment, right? Just because I'm a Marine or Army or Air Force, you're making an assumption based off a 60-minute interaction. or in this case, 15 minutes after, being in the room. So,
Wait.
pre-typed stuff, whatever.
Before we end this, we're gonna flip this a little bit because
Uh-oh.
we have questions.
Uh-oh.
So we want to know why did you guys pick us two?
Why we picked you two?
Oh my God.
So,
No.
good question. That is a very good question.
That's a good question. That's a legit question.
And it
But it is.
was.
I mean, there's so many there's so many amazing other veterans. Yes.
That is a great question. We had literally a whole conversation about it. So the initial thought for Front and Center was to be able to highlight someone, and it was okay. We'll go ahead and do a one guest one week and one guest another week, and kind of play it off that way. So I said, you know what, we can do a attention grabbing person, and then an everyday hero, and just kind of like zigzag it, right? Because you never know who's gonna come. And in that conversation, I was like, wait a second, we can actually do that whole thing in one room. One session. So Front and Center being front, right? The person you may know, right? You may know TMR, you may know a celebrity or someone that may be military who we might be able to get on the show. And then the everyday hero, the person that you don't know about, right? Because TMR is on the billboards. He is out there, and his name has a following, but folks may not know what Maria is doing on Claymore Rets. So being the fact that we've already kind of worked together and done stuff, we started looking at, okay, what makes sense and really would be a great representation for our community. And when you look at it, the entire lineup today, we've represented both men and women. We've represented minorities. We've represented pretty much the entire, kaleidoscope of our veteran space. So being able to have a rapper, being able to have an artist, being able to have a DJ, being able to have a comedian, literally you have everything. So, we're tackling everything, right? TMR is a black rapper who is a patriot, who has views that some may go ahead and say, well, wait a second, what?
I'm glad.
He has a red mohawk, right? So let's go ahead and talk about it. You have Maria, who does stuff with Clay, and she talks about mental health and postpartum, depression and PTSD and post-traumatic growth. I think it was a good segue to say, okay, hey, you may know TMR, but while I have your attention, let's talk to Maria, right? So it's almost kind of like, hey, what's the draw? What becomes then the everyday hero? So that for me was kind of how I looked at it there. Lisa Chase is saying, wait a second, what? TMR is black, hold the presses. The red mohawk had me mistaken here.
What? I'm black.
Yeah, and then you have everything. And then you have Amy here. You have Brian. You have myself. You have DJ Mr. C, who's a combination and mix as well. You have Joe, who keeps getting called by the gas station. Literally, the ability to showcase that to me was kind of what I really wanted to hit in a late night show type of fashion, where you bring out the first guest, you have the band, right? So DJ Mr. C becomes kind of like the band. We have the interlude between point A, point B, having the comedic break. And being able to show that. So again, to me, to empower a black man to be able to have a conversation about he went from service to rapping, and then being able to showcase a Latina woman to be able to step up and talk about what she's doing on her side with the arts, which don't get a lot of attention, right? It's real, it's clicky to talk about, music and different things that people know, but people wouldn't even know that Clay is being used. So for me, it just made sense. So I looked at different pairings of what would be different people that would work to be able to have them there. So for the next show, for example, then we have the next two that we're looking at. And then Elliot is saying he's half black and half white. Elliot, we did not let you into this conversation. What is going on here? And
and you had to be quiet. Like, yo, was it because me or like?
You're breaking up a little bit, and Ellie's gonna say it's an iPhone thing, not watch.
Oh, wow. Hey, I'm saying because you do know that me are polar opposites, right?
Who, you and Maria?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And also the fact that when we first interviewed TMR,
in every single way.
So for those of you that don't know, when we first interviewed TMR, it was me and Joe, and we're interviewing TMR in Clubhouse. People come up to ask TMR questions. Here comes Maria and says, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but I have something to say. I don't agree with the way you said this stuff about politics. So what you got to say about that? So she did not come up to the stage to ask a question. No, you came up in there, did a front roll, and then front kicked everybody in the throat. Literally, if we had a bouncer, you would have seen Brian Lofton literally at the door saying, admit one. So as you came in, you just kicked Brian Lofton square in the chest. Mind you, he's 6 foot tall. You kicked him straight in the chest, said, get out the goddamn way. You did a front roll flip, and they said, hey, TMR, I got a question for you, brother. And you tapped into like a Hulk Hogan thing, and you was like, I got a question for you, brother. what's this whole thing you're talking about politics here? And then
yeah, she's like, I don't rock with anything you rock with. She's like, I don't even like you. We're polar opposites, and then you guys go, y'all two are on the pilot, and I'm just like, why would they do that?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even.
Yeah.
Like, not even anywhere close.
Now.
Look at you
guys now.
look at it now. It's a
We
statement.
know what works.
Yep.
Yes.
Because conventional people, I see things different. People see stuff like, well, this makes sense. I'm like, and I'm pretty much like, man, fuck all that. We're gonna go ahead and go off script and do it this way. I don't give a damn what people say is gonna work. We're gonna do it this way. So we're gonna take some water and some oil, and we're gonna make it mix and put it on a shirt. And we did.
You literally put oil and water together.
Basically.
But it worked. It worked out so well.
It's a Marine Corps
now
vinaigrette.
You have a shirt to put it.
Vinaigrette.
And now you said, now Amy, we have a what? A shirt.
Yeah, now you have a shirt together.
A shirt. Yeah, a shirt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a shirt and there's a daggone freaking mug and
I
everything.
mean, you can have a shirt together, but you have a shirt together.
There you go.
A shirt. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, you guys are wrong for that one.
Hey, it's little things that counts. You know, imagine if they go ahead and give us a show and we get to do this week after week or bi-weekly. The mashups are going to be quite interesting.
Our shirt, everything. Our show was outstanding. DP, you did it. You guys, you DP, Amy, Brian, Chris, Lisa, Wild Woman. Y'all killed it for real. Y'all killed it for real. No, for real. It was outstanding. One of the best shows. One of the best shows I've ever heard. Like that's not even hyping it up. I don't need to hype anything. I don't need to hype y'all up. You know what I mean? You guys know I got my own thing, so I'm saying that to say I'm not biased. But Brian, DP, Amy, y'all killed it for real.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it had a little bit of everything. You know, it was like fun. It was lively. It was like deep. We touched on like really heavy stuff. It was cool.
I tell you, Maria, you were so inspirational in so many levels. I mean, honestly, I've been telling people about I love the quotes that you come up with, the things that you say, purposely or not purposely. I know we've talked about some of them, but just even the analogy of dead or alive. It's like, wow, that really makes sense. I love it, you know, and then just you're so vulnerable and honest that it's some may say triggering in a way because it makes you feel like, wow, is she in my like she's talking about me or she's talking to me, and so I just appreciate it. I love listening to you, which would be why, again, DP, another reason why he picked you is that, you know, when you talk, it means something. Like it's worth listening to. So
I guess you're right. Thank you.
I love it. Just everything about what you do, what you support, all the things. It's just amazing.
Thank you, guys.
You're pretty cool too, TMR.
Yeah, sometimes. He's all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I did
I'm
listen
all
to
right.
your song quite a bit.
I'm all right. This ain't about me. Yeah, I'm all right. I don't need any more ego boosts at all. Not one. Not
Right,
little.
right,
One little
right.
ounce. No, but how many colors? How many colors of that hat you got? Because I'm about to cop me some more. You got the red and what else?
Yeah, we got the red, tan. I think black's out now.
I got the black. I'm about to get
black,
the red.
Tan.
And
red is here. We got the two-tone baseball type hat as well.
You got the blue. You guys got any trucker hats?
I think they're adding that. So I gotta check. I think Ronis has that. They came in as well.
Because those trucker hats are hot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Ronis comes up with some. They do stuff quick over there for FG Apparel.
Yeah, it's an option.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
No, I was going to say it's an option that's coming.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of like workers, you know what I mean, that would love that hat, the trucker hat. But the black one that I got, the one that the black veterans one is good quality, nice fitted, everything. So yeah, man, like I mean the product is a good quality. The product is a good quality itself, but then the box that it comes in like a see-through.
Mm-hmm.
see-through white box with the graphics on the side. Like y'all did the most, like for real, like. And I can't wait to get the other part of it. But yeah, y'all did the most. And then I got the mask with it. I got the DP dog mask, which was outstanding. So yeah, you guys really did the most. How did you and Ronis meet? Did you guys serve together?
No, we actually met working with veterans in another capacity. So he was with us running a team over there. So he's big into tech. I'm big into ideas. So when we linked up with our old organization that we worked with, pretty much the big thing for us there was kind of coming up with ideas and doing stuff. So I would dream it and he would build it. And that's kind of how we came to that. So then it's like, all right, how do we go ahead and incorporate the swag shop into that? So every veteran that we worked with, for example, we would send them some swag. We had shirts, team shirts, things that we would do. So, you know, literally everything we do here is nothing new. It's always been kind of the same flavor of just creating space, being able to do something, and just kind of give someone something tangible. Because at the end of the day, you know, hey, again, right, it's not about being moon or whatever. But you have a hat, right? Like that says something actually happened, right? Today may pass, things may go forward, but you always have that shirt in a drawer that, you know, reminds you, hey, we were there, we did something, right? That's something, like that Iraq shirt you have, or the Afghanistan shirt you had, or one of those old vintage things you had. So in a virtual digital world, being able to have something you can touch and hold, I think gets forgotten a lot. So it's more than just having, hey, merch and swag. No, it's literally about having something to touch and be able to feel that's real, right? That's really what it comes down to. And then Brian, of course, ran with that and made some teddy bears.
Like, it's so crazy about it. It's like, it's weird because it's so simple. You name me, it's so simple, but people met the basics. And so the thing that drew me to the Veterans Network is with specific because you got masters of basics. You guys don't overthink it. You do what you need to do, and you have a high quality project, high quality projects. It's just refreshing to have people to come together and record. Can you hear what is happening?
I'm blaming Maria. She's definitely sabotaging up your audio.
She don't like me.
Samsungs are ruining it.
Yeah, Samsung's ruining it. What's going on here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. Honestly, the app is like bugged out. Not my fault.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, much better.
Okay, so all I'm saying is you guys are masters. What I'm saying is that you're masters in the basics, and I really appreciate you and Ronis and his wife and your whole team, Brian and Amy, for making this whole thing happen. The quick turnaround, shirts, making mugs, making water bottles, making other prints and stuff like that. It's very beautiful and it's very appreciated. I'm just saying that I've worked with a lot of companies. I'm talking about big and small companies you guys know, right? With especially in and out of the veterans community. And y'all are killing it. I mean, even down to the package that you sent the hat in, I felt the side of it, and the Veterans Network logo was embossed. I could feel it. I could literally feel it. That stuff like that sets y'all apart from the rest. And I've been in this game for a long time, and you guys are masters of it. So congratulations. Hey, like we should. Hey, a round of applause for yourself.
FG Apparel, for sure.
Thank you.
Ron is FG Apparel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
100%. And did they did the Bears too?
No, they're going to be doing it, which is a whole different
Yeah,
conversation.
that's work in progress.
Yeah, they got to add a beard and do a thing.
So they'll be doing the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just have to make sure that it's.
So he did a brick today. So on your live, TMR, remember the whole brick situation? They literally went ahead and pulled some bricks and literally put a whole shellacking on it. Like literally, we'll send it to you in IG.
Oh, they did.
Oh yeah, after you saw the live with that veteran that talked about the whole stuff this morning.
Yeah,
and
Project Steel. Her name's Kiana. She's a Air Force vet.
Yep. So they went ahead and actually put some stuff on some bricks. I'll send you the images, but yeah, he literally was like, "Okay, let's try this." And literally now there's some bricks with engraving and tiles and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, Amy, you should connect with her. She's an Air Force vet. So go ahead and connect with her. I already checked her out. She's legit. But what she's doing down there in Texas, in San Antonio, she's building a nonprofit that's going to provide housing for homeless veterans and different resources.
Oh, wow.
So they have an address, because she noticed that a lot of the homeless veterans, they wanted their stimulus checks or whatever it was, and they couldn't get it because they didn't have an address. So what she's doing is you understand? So they would end up committing suicide. They would end up committing suicide or whatever, right? So what she's doing is she's providing these resources so they have stability, right? And providing that park that would have those bricks that DP was talking about. So she's doing a lot of great work. Yeah, and she's been through her own struggles. She was actually in the system. She had to be adopted. She was in group homes and stuff, and she was almost a victim of prostitution and all types of crazy stuff. And then she ended up joining the Air Force, and that was her saving grace. And now she wants to give back to the homeless veterans and build this park and build the housing for the homeless veterans. So you should definitely connect with her.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And literally right off the string for that live, they went ahead and started playing around with some bricks. So here's an example of.
Wow! They did that. Wow!
Yeah, like literally.
That's amazing.
It's like, hey, let's go ahead and play with the.
Man, you guys are breaking my heart right now. It's beautiful. Y'all are wow.
So
That's
and
beautiful.
Then here's another concept. This is literally from one of our vets. Do not be a 22. Help. And that's on a brick.
Hey, DV, you're trying to make me cry, bro.
I'm telling you, man, this is hey, we don't play games. These images will be shared. Cry. But yeah, this is literally taking that initiative and adding more to it.
And you saw she's a minority-owned nonprofit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
TMR, tell them real quick about tomorrow's marathon. I think that's also pertinent for people to know.
Okay, yeah. So, what's up, everybody? If you're just tuning in, my name is the Marine Rapper, aka TMR, aka Raymond Lott. I am a music label owner of an all-military veteran music label, as well as I'm a music artist as well, recording artist, Billboard charting artist #1. And besides that, I also do a lot of advocacy for free, because I don't want to do any advocacy for veteran suicide prevention for a profit. I just don't want to do that. Because I feel like a lot of people have this like snake oil, and they're liars, and they say that they're trying to do something for veterans and they don't do it. So what I do on a daily basis at 10 a.m. PST to at least 22 a.m. PST, I go live for 22 minutes with total strangers. Some people are reoccurring guests, like DP will come in. We talked about this. I'll have other people to chime in, but basically what we do is we prevent suicide through camaraderie and just having a conversation, just opening up space, because a lot of times it takes too long for nonprofits to jump in and talk to us, right? So what we'll do is we'll open up this space and we'll talk to people who want to join the military, or people who have joined the military, veterans, or people who are still in the military, or civilians who just want to help. And what we'll do is we'll talk about issues that they're dealing with. It could be art, it could be books, it could be literature, it could be clay, it could be rap, it could be I'm just the coolest guy on earth. I'm B-Loft. It doesn't matter what you are. And I'll open up the space for you. I had today's live was amazing. It was so amazing I saved it. We had DP on there. We had a boxer. You saw the Marine boxer we had. We had so many great people that chime in today that I had to save the live. You can go to my page at the Marine Rapper and see what I do. But tomorrow what we're going to do is we are going to do the 22-minute live, but supersized. And what that means is I'll go live for 22 minutes. I open it up at 10 a.m. PST, right? And then I'll tag somebody like Amy. Amy will go for 22 minutes. DP will go for 22 minutes after her. And then Brian will go 22 minutes after that. And it's a marathon all the way until 1700. So we have 22 people, which is the biggest live that we've ever had. So it doesn't matter if you are a veteran struggling with PTSD, or a female veteran that's struggling with MST, which is military sexual trauma. If you've been raped or something, unfortunately, that happens. I'm sorry, ladies, if that's happened to you. But we have ladies that are willing to talk about that with you to guide you through those situations. So we have subject matter experts in every single sense of the word, and they have been through the service. I have vetted them, and they're legit. So tune in tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. PST on my Instagram page at the Marine Rapper, and we'll take care of you. We'll answer your questions. We don't shy away from anything, and we'll take care of you. If I can't answer the question, I'll have a female answer the question. If she can't answer the question, I'll have somebody who's from Desert Storm answer the question. Whatever. Sam can answer the question. Whoever. But just know that we're here for you, and we're working here for you for free because we know that you guys need something now, and that is what the 22 marathon is about.
So definitely make sure you're checking. Head over to the Marine Corps, to the Marine Rapper on IG. You'll see it there where it kicks off, and they'll have a matrix of who's kind of up next. So you kind of see this continuation of what's happening. But again, those are all the things that are happening in our space, and then we could bring some awareness to it, make people aware of that. I brought up here on the comments that Lisa had, Chaser had mentioned, again, back to Project Steel on IG. Amazing things happening on that side of the house. But really, overall, like I said, it's, the intention was to hold space and do something different, and we were able to do that. So that really was the goal for today. Even if, like I said, one person is able to be helped and blessed and here's something that changes the trajectory of their life, that's what matters. And if we are to proceed forward and do that with others, the goal in front and center is to be able to highlight other amazing individuals like Elliot, like Sam, all the amazing organizations that are out there, and be able to just do something different regardless. And irrelevant of what Clubhouse may do or say, we still will continue to do what we do. So it's just another day in the neighborhood as far as I'm concerned. So I am appreciative, again, to our sponsors that supported us throughout this event here, KP Media TV, militarytimes.com for what they do. So amazing space for sure. Again, TMR for holding space with us, Maria for holding space with us. We were able to prove today that you truly can take oil and water, mix it up, and make a Marine Corps vinaigrette that came together for a period of time. And then to add some seasoning, we brought in Joe. So you figure, hey, what does a rapper, a artist, and a comedian have in common? They served in the Marine Corps, and they're amazing people. And then for reinforcements, we brought in the Air Force, and then we had the Army in the house. Navy's in here in the Aqua side of the house. The reality is all represented to include those that are representing and supporting the veteran space. We just have to find a way to get Space Force into the conversation. Not the band, not the group, but the actual branch. So we'll have a representative there too. But definitely tune in and keep track of what TMR has coming up with Space Force, which is amazing. Oh, there it is.
I'm a friend with somebody actually in the Space Force.
Oh,
by the way.
What?
I mean, TMR bennies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the perks.
There you go.
That's awesome.
And Lisa Chaser has made a point to make it known that she won some swag. So there's that part. So definitely those that won will get
Hey,
stuff out
I'm
to
glad
you.
she won.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Ooh,
she won.
man, I love
She was
that.
quick with it. That is a sweet. That's a
Hey,
sweet hood.
Are you like this?
Yes.
You like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know this is the official Space Force. You know what? I'm gonna buy all of you for appreciation. I'm gonna buy all 5 of y'all. No, it's 6 of y'all, right? Amy, DP, Brian, Maria, Chris, and Lisa. I'm gonna buy you guys all official Space Force merchandise.
And Joe.
And Joe. Oh, Joe and
Ronis.
Ronis, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
send me. Hey, listen, everybody that I just mentioned, please send me your sizes to themarinerapper@gmail.com, and I'll send you guys out the official Space Force swag.
I love it.
I have everybody's stuff. I'll send it to you.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Amy's
yeah.
got it all.
Amy, if you could send it to me, and then I'll send it out.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you indeed. So honestly, we usually do closing thoughts as we kind of wrap it up, but I would say just being grateful for the moments that we can spend together, the moments that we can create. That's what it's all about. not having expectations, but really just making a point to have a set intention. And the intention was to hold space and just do something amazing, and we did that. And that's all really that it matters. So regardless of what may be happening in your life or where you may be at, you know what? You'd be surprised how things can come together. You know, I'm sure that a week ago, CMB wasn't thinking about DJing here. I'm sure Joe wasn't thinking about doing this either. But guess what? It's like, hey, if we're rolling, we're all going together. So the band continues regardless of what, and that's kind of how we do things here. So more good things to follow in for sure. Brian, over to you for your closing thoughts.
Yeah, thanks, DP. Appreciate you being here, TMR, Maria. You guys did awesome. Joe, you killed it, man. You're a funny dude. Can't wait for you to keep joining the community, and you've been out there, and you found a home here. So just want you to know that. But
Just gotta leave the gas station
and,
coffee alone. That's all.
yeah, that's right. Please put the gas station coffee down. Hey, Joe, I'm like you. I get those promo codes for like buy one get one free gas station pizzas along with the coffee. So
that's the devil's work.
As long as you guys are getting gas sushi, you'll be all right.
Oh no! First of all, that's sacrilegious.
Listen. Hold on. Hey, I got something for Joe. Hold on a second. I got something for Joe.
I hope no one eats gas station sushi. That's just
it's funny that you say that, Maria, because I've actually I spent a couple of years in northwestern Arkansas, and literally the gas station in town had a sushi attached to it.
No.
When you give me that address, Amy. Hey, listen. Hey, it's good to be friends with. You know what I mean? These are my buddies. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you know who this brand is, I don't know if you guys know who these guys are, but I got to hook up. You need to stop drinking that. Hey, those are my guys, so you need to stop drinking. You know, I get it for free. You know, no biggie. But I'll send you some, Joe.
I would love that, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
We got you squared away.
I mean, he's the officer in the Marine Corps, so you know he probably never got his own coffee, so that's why he's trying to go get it from the gas station. So.
Shots fired! Hey, Chris, you got that? You got the air horn?
Sir.
Shots fired, DP. Shots fired.
Look, take cover. The backblast area is not clear. Claymores are not sending love right now. It is a full-on. You know, the range is hot.
Frontal attack. The rank coming in hot.
Yeah, man.
You're
Look,
missing all the Apple comments in the background.
Oh, you know what? Look, the Apple comments, they'll never stop. I'm leaving you guys alone. Roger said incoming. Go ahead and take your weapons, take them from safe to semi. Weapons are hot. Downrange area is not clear. We should have that one series.
But the whole thing with these
backblast area not clear.
Coming in hot, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, it's a lot. I'll tell you what, you keep drinking that daggone freaking gas station coffee, you're going to come in hot, all right.
Or gas station sushi, yeah.
What you said? Gas station sushi? What's that?
Look, sushi coffee. Look, don't do it.
Hey, whenever you don't have anything on your stomach, then we can talk about it offline.
Say it isn't.
Okay, stay tuned after.
Amy, over to you for your closing thoughts.
Yes, thank you.
There's the mic.
Thank you guys for holding space with us. I love what you guys do. We've said it all. Remember, the heaviest thing to pick up is a phone. Check on your strong friends. I love what TMR does. He shows up every day to do the 22 minutes at least. He usually goes longer than that. And I think, what he says, he does. And I love that. The proof is there. Go to his Instagram, follow him, join him. It's always very interesting conversations. You never know what's going to come up. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, DP, as always. And I look forward to more with you guys.
Thank you. Let's go for TMR. Your closing thoughts, my brother.
My closing thoughts are I don't really have none. Like, this has been amazing. Like, for real. Like, this is one of the best experiences I've ever had. One of the most unexpected experiences that I've ever had. Because I've had the opportunity to work with oil and water. Yeah. Thanks, guys. But no, seriously, this is a beautiful thing, and I'm rooting for y'all to make it all the way through to the finals and everything because y'all deserve it for real. You guys put in the good work, and you guys are good people, and you care about your families too. So I don't want to get too emotional, but I love y'all, man, for real. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, my brother. Heart signs from us and Amy. Sending love to you, my fellow vet. And last but not least, ladies, again, happy belated birthday. We celebrated yesterday, but again, we are shouting you out for all the amazing things you do, Maria. So you will be the water, TMR can be the oil. Again, we made some vinaigrettes, so that's the theme of the night now. Your closing thoughts.
I mean, what else can I say after everything that you guys have said? I am really proud to be part of this community. I think we highlight how eclectic we all are, even if we're like opposites. We still find common ground, and I think that's important, not just in our community but in life. You know, especially the way things are outside. So thank you all for giving us a space and just hanging out and really having your six.
That's what it is all about. Shout out to the whole crew that supported behind the scenes. Again, shout out to Lisa, shout out to Joe, shout out to CMB, to FG Apparel for all the amazing things that have happened. So be on the lookout. We'll be doing some more rooms, amazing conversations, being able to do what we do the way that we do it with some great music, with some laughs and jokes. You just never know what may happen in one of these rooms with amazing veterans coming together. So, Chris, take us out on a high note as we get ready to close out in a few seconds, y'all.
Hey, regardless of the outcome, y'all, this thing is made for us by us, right? So it's not going to die.
Say it again for the people in the back in case they didn't hear it.
No, it's all good, man. But I appreciate y'all bringing me on. Hey, listen to the words, man. We are family, right? That's all we got.
Yeah, raise that volume up. My tinnitus is just kind of kicking in. There you go. Now you're cooking.
Can't be more thankful for you being here, CMB. You did an awesome job.
Yes, sir. On Facebook and YouTube land, thank you for tuning on in. We will be back.